taking on the Lakers. For the Celtics, they're hungry to start the season off right. Opening night wins are extra sweet. Lakers, Celtics, tip-off coming up right after this. Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for DeAndre Ayton.
I don't think anyone expected to see his production drop off the way it has over the last few games. But I have to credit the defenses he's been facing. They've done their homework, and they're finding ways to hold him down. And now he needs to find new ways to beat them.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. And for Los Angeles, Vanderbilt and Ayton patrol the paint. Marcus Smart out there with Luka Doncic. And it's James in at the 3 spot. The start of a fresh season. But we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
Pritchard gets it to go.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now, here is James. Vanderbilt finds Smart. Now here's Doncic. Off target from outside. Pass to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Their last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Vanderbilt. Smart for 3. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. White with a screen on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt against Tatum. From deep. And Ayton pulls it down. The Lakers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here's Smart. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
I like watching Smart get it done inside. He is such a fearless competitor.
Brown against James. Launches a 3. Brown, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Down low. Here's Ayton. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Then when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Outside Pritchard. Brown, a screen on Doncic. The 3 is up. Smart grabs a miss. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, we saw a transformation with Luka over the summer as he committed himself to getting into the best shape of his life. And a much leaner Luka started showing up in late July, shortly after he recruited Marcus Smart to the Lakers. No doubt about it, guys. Luka has something to prove this season in a big way.
Making the commitment. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I did briefly speak with JJ Redick. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said For my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Basket counts. Tatum's got 7.
Hasn't taken him any time to get into a groove. 3 or 4 to start things off.
Pass to Smart for 3. And Pritchard pulls it down.
You can tell he's just a touch out of sync here, but he's battling, continuing to fight.
Shot left block. Tatum got it. 9 points for Jason Tatum. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
The ball's knocked loose. Brown with it. Now Doncic defending. Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Doncic on the wing, defended by Brown. Doncic passes to James. Outside Vanderbilt. Can they get it? And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Celtics lead by 7. Pass to White. Here's Brown. With the drive. Fires from deep. That one is off.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Brown against James. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. White finds Brown. Now Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Clock at 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 11.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper, but I like when he pounds that paint too.
And now a timeout called by JJ Redick. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Walsh is checked in for Boston. All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. The Celtics in second.
The players in the league that worry about getting their numbers each night were often disappointed when playing this team last year. They were one of the best at opponents' points allowed per game. They set the bar pretty high for their defense this year.
Ayton with it. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Doncic feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. They still need this. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Celtics lead by 9. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Doncic, a screen on Brown. Pass to Doncic. Outside Vanderbilt. From outside the arc. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Vucevic, a screen on James. Here's Vucevic. He's covered by Ayton. Vucevic, the pass to Tatum. Connects from downtown. Tatum's got 14.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now here's Vanderbilt. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Doncic. Outside Vanderbilt. Ayton passes to James. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Boston leading by 14. Brown finds Pritchard. Back to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And now a timeout called by JJ Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Some changes for Los Angeles. Hayes is checked in for Ayton. LaRavia comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Kennard in for Smart. Lakers trail by 16. LaRavia passes to Doncic.
Hey, yo, right here.
Back to LaRavia, looking to win the run. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
Another great pass from Doncic. You pretty much expect him to tally double-digit assists every game.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Shoots. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Doncic. Playing the Clippers, he was nearly unstoppable. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last. Kleba, he's checked in for James. And the Celtics making a change here. And so it's the Lakers with it. It's a 13-point game. Kleba's shot is off.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Here's Gonzalez. It's Hayes with the rebound. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. LaRavia outside. Takes a three. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside. Here's Brown. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Kennard. 9 points in his last outing. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Second in opponent field goal percentage. And their defensive efforts put them at number 2 in lowest opponent scoring. They were just so committed to ensuring their opponents never got hot with their shooting and were forced into taking bad shots.
They took care of the ball, stayed in control. It was very hard to turn them over. Celtics lead by 15. Now here's Tatum. 14 points for him. Gonzalez Great positioning on the putback.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Lakers are always thinking title. Coach JJ Redick said, everything I've ever done in this sport has been crystallized into how can I win a championship? I got close as a college player and as an NBA player. My hope and goal is to bring the Lakers their 18th NBA championship as head coach. Guys, back to you.
Eyes on the prize. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Well, the Celtics shooting 55%, an ideal start so far. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
So it's Los Angeles now, following the three by Boston. Here's LaRavia, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back. LaRavia's got 6.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Gonzalez. He's got 5. Back to Tatum from deep three-point land. And it's Timmy with a rebound. Lakers trail by 17. A minute 35 left now in the first quarter. Pass to Hayes. Back to Smith. Clock at 4. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Celtics.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Now here's Vucevic. He had 9 points in his last time out. Here's Walsh. Let's go with a 3. And it's LaRavia with a rebound. And for the Lakers, they're shooting just 21% in the first quarter. Kennard finds Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Celtics lead by 15. Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Tatum. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. He's got 16.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Now Smith. The 3 ball. Unable to get that one. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. We'll be right back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
James is out there with Jake LaRavia. Then there's Jackson Hayes. Then it's Smith. And it's Kennard in a 2-guard. That's the Laker 5. Now here's LaRavia. And there's James from the arc. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
And here's Pritchard. 26 points for him last game against Golden State.
And on top of everything else, he did a great job of helping control the boards at both ends.
And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail by 16. Following this game, they host the Magic. The three is up. And Pritchard pulls it down. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Here's Shireman. He's scoreless. Outside Pritchard. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got his fourth rebound in this one. Smith finds James. Pulls them in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, I love watching him carve his way inside and capitalize.
Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Now, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
A nice shot by Smith.
If Smith plays bigger than his size, he's got great bounce, and it helps him make plays there on the inside.
Pritchard against Smith. Pritchard, the pass to Queta. Hauser outside. Here's Queta. Here's Shireman. No good again that time. Pass to James. Oh, swiped away. Up top, Pritchard, covered by Smith. Pritchard surviving the D. He takes it in. Up and over Smith. Again, the miss by Boston.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Pass to Kennard. Fires the three. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I just love the ball movement.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Luka Doncic is checked in for Los Angeles. Boston also changing it up. Tatum comes in for Hauser, and it's White in for Shireman. Boston leading by 9. Outside Pritchard to get back on track. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. The Luka three, money.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Outside Pritchard. On the wing, Tatum. Fades away. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
And that was a timely basket to stop their momentum.
I love the fact there's no quitting them. I mean, they know they can't cut the lead down all at once. They're not trying to bite off too big a piece of the pie. They're chipping away at it, just banging at that rock, and trying to chip away at it. And so far, so good.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. The free throw off from Doncic. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Now here's Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. There's Tatum with the three. And Tatum drills the three.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Lakers trail by 9. Kennard outside. Pass to LaRavia from deep. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Keita. Now here's Pritchard, guarded by Doncic. Tatum from long range. The Lakers with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And he's going for the oop here. And finished off by Hayes.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. That won't go either for Tatum. James with the ball. Now here's Doncic. He's got 5. Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
He's found his game in the second quarter, looking very assertive now.
Now White, outside Tatum, launches it, hits the trifecta. Tatum's got 8 here in this quarter.
He's now matched his three-point total from the first quarter here in the second period. 4 in the game already for him.
Pass to Hayes. And here's Doncic. Elbow shot on the way. Keita pulls it in.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Now Tatum, checked by James. Tatum inside. James is there. Tatum, shot is good. And now it's a 7-point Boston lead.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
Well, Grant, the Lakers captured the 3 seed last season, but only the 8th best point differential in the West. What does that tell you?
It tells me that they overachieved in the regular season. But a team this star-studded has postseason aspirations as well. That's where they'll look to improve.
And that one drops for him.
And Tatum knows how to find his guys in their spots now. A solid passer at his position.
And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Doncic outside to end the run. Keita pulls it in. Keita's got his 4th rebound in this one. Kennard against White. Ooh, here's White on the drive. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Soft touch on the finger roll. Always such a pretty shot.
Lakers trail by 11. LaRavia outside. Takes one from 10 feet. And it's Doncic missing. The Celtics on offense. 9 points in a row. A good run going. White. It's intercepted. And here's LaRavia. 9 points in the game. James finds Hayes. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Some changes for Los Angeles. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for James. And it's Marcus Smart in for Kennard. Here's Gonzalez. He's got 5. Outside White. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Well, it's so good to see White growing in confidence with his offensive game and not hesitating at all to shoot the perimeter shot.
Here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
In the first quarter, they really attacked inside. Not quite as much sense, but the balanced attack seems to be working well for them.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
Celtics lead by 9. Here's Gonzalez. Right side Brown. To the middle. The steal. Smart looking around. Pass to Doncic. Fires the 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back to you guys.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you. Lakers trail by 9. Pass to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. That shot missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
White for 3. Hits the 3-pointer. White's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And we've begun to see their three-point shooting slip a little this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
Now here's Vanderbilt. Clock at 6. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. The offensive rebound. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Tatum with it. Guarded by Vanderbilt. Tatum looking it over. Pass to Gonzalez. The kick out to White. Jacks up a 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Lakers trail by 10. White against Smart. To the wing, right side. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. From deep, here's Doncic. Again, Doncic missing.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
And one guy you can neither speed up nor slow down. That's Luka Doncic, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., he completely dictates the pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game.
Now here's LaRavia. He's got 9. Inside, here's Ayton. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
Boston leading by 8. There's 45 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Gonzalez. And here's Brown for 3. Doncic pulls down the board. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Here's Laravia. And the three off target. Boston's shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Tatum against Doncic. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic against Tatum. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's the Boston Celtics ending the quarter up 10. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Jason, you hold the lead going into halftime. What's been your advantage so far?
For most of the half, we were really good defensively. We let our foot off the gas a little bit, so we got to do a better job.
Keep the pedal to the metal, guys.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And, folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the Los Angeles Lakers.
When you're ice cold from three-point land, it's definitely time to change things up.
What do you know about being ice cold from three-point land? I don't know. It's part of their DNA. But at this point, they need to see the ball go through the net. And next up, a look at the top performers for each team in that first half.
You watch them, they have competing styles, man. But the net effect, at least offensively, is very, very similar.
Pretty crazy how easy it is for these guys to score.
They make it look easy, Ernie. It ain't.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Boston leading by 10. So the Celtics 5 right now. White and Brown are the wingmen. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
James passes to Vanderbilt. Now here's Doncic. Puts up a three. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. The three. Sends it home from three-point land. Pritchard's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
James outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Well, the Celtics shooting around 51%. That's a good number. Pritchard against Doncic. Outside Tatum. Outside White. From outside, off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
James passes to Ayton. To the paint. Here's Doncic. A strong finish by Doncic.
Luka with so many physical gifts. Taking flight right there.
Celtics lead by 13. Pritchard with it. 7 points in the game. Left side, Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
From deep, here's Doncic. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. 8 points for Jaylen Brown.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
And James puts up a deep 3. Rebound Boston. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Lakers trail by 17. Pass to Doncic. From outside the arc. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Pritchard. Tatum against Smart. Tatum inside. It's not going to go for him. Smart with the defensive effort. Ayton, a screen on Tatum. Throws it up high. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
Pass to White. Back to Tatum. Three-pointer. Rebound, the Lakers. James outside. Now Doncic. There's the triple. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time, son.
Outside Pritchard. Outside Brown. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
A silky smooth finish. Jaylen Brown with the float game.
Here's Doncic. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 11 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now, here is James. He's got 5. Kicks it to Doncic for 3. Tatum pulls it in.
He managed to knock down 1 triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
Now Pritchard. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. White. Good.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
No question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And so now a timeout called by JJ Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
10th in opponent field goal percentage, and they were top 10 in lowest opponent scoring. They were a team that watched a lot of film, did their homework, and were able to be pretty good on the defensive end.
And their offensive execution was simply outstanding. They finished in the top 10 in field goal percentage because of how disciplined and focused they were on playing to their strengths. And here's Smart. Right wing. For three, James. Pure from three-point range. James has got 8.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Clark, over the last few seasons, LeBron's three-point shooting has been more efficient than ever.
Yeah, how about this, B.A.? Since 24, he's right around 40% from deep on 5 attempts per game. So that's really impressive. And, you know, a guy like him, his greatness, part of his greatness is how he continues to reinvent his game, making modest modifications to what he does.
Doncic, no good.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Pass to Tatum. The 3-ball. Rebound by the Lakers. Smart has got 5 rebounds tonight.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
Now James from downtown. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. It's Brown on the wing. Picked by Vucevic. Shot clock at 5. The 3 is up. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 3rd assist of the night. The Lakers shooting just 37% so far in this one. Pass to James. Here's Ayton. Vanderbilt, the pass to Smart. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. James against Brown. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. And there's the lob. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hayes is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. LaRavia comes in for Vanderbilt. Connect's checked in for James. And it's Kennard in for Smart. Walsh is checked in for Boston. Doncic against Pritchard. Outside, Brown. Pass to Vucevic. There's Tatum with the 3. Rebound by the Lakers. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Connect. The rebound, Celtics. Outside Pritchard. Tries it from the block. Brown, no good. Here's Kennard. Doncic on the wing. Doncic is doubled. LaRavia outside. The 3. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 6 assists now in the game. Celtics lead by 21. Outside Pritchard. Inside, Vucevic. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Hayes. Here's Doncic. LaRavia outside. Takes a three. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Stripped it away. Connect with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. Here's Hayes. Lays it up and banks it in. Hayes has got 8 points.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
Pritchard with it. He has 7. On the wing, Tatum. And no good. The dry spell continues. Lakers trail by 19. Pass to Doncic. 1:49 left in the 3rd quarter. 6 to shoot. Now here's Hayes. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And for their matchup with the Warriors, that's one to watch for. The 4th contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm really interested in how those teams match up this early in the season.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Smith's checked in. To the middle. Here's Keita. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Yeah, and we've seen Brown take strides as a playmaker out of the pick and roll.
The Lakers really having a tough go here. There's a minute 12 left in the 3rd quarter. Kennard passes to Smith. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep. Smith's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Get there, get there.
And he lobs it up top.
They've toned down their 3-point attack in the 2nd half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Kennard finds Smith. Now Hayes. Back to Smith. Pass to connect. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Just 5 to shoot. Smith inside. Defended by Pritchard. Smith no good.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Oh, nice shot by Brown.
And after a difficult start to the game, he's flipped the script here.
Smith outside. Lets it go from deep. The shot no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Back after this. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Hayes is out there with James. Then it's Jake LaRavia. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Smith in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Good work there as it goes.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
And that one good.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Pass to Hayes. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range.
Now here's Smith. Now LaRavia. There's the three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Keita's got 5 rebounds tonight. Celtics lead by 22. Outside White. Pass to Gonzalez. Back to White. Shot clock at 6. 4-3. Rebound, the Lakers.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Smith passes to James. Back to Smith. It's James on the wing. And that one comes up a bit short. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Here's White. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Jake LaRavia.
It didn't take long for White to distinguish himself in the league. He's a really good ball handler, and he's got some good moves, too.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Celtics.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
That one's off. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
Connects checked in for Los Angeles. And the second free throw is good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And finished off by Hayes.
Great lead pass, anticipating where his man was going to be, not where he was.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Now here's White. He's covered by Connect. White, the pass to Keita. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And the Lakers making a change here. Doncic checked in. Lakers trail by 21. Oh, and the jam by Doncic.
Did you guys see that from Luka? My goodness, some extra sauce there.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. There's Tatum with the 3. It's stolen by James. Baseline try. Keita pulls it in. Keita's got 8 rebounds in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. For Los Angeles, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Pass to James. Kicks it to Doncic. From deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter. White looking it over. Now here's Tatum. He's covered by Connect. Fader on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Tatum's got 34.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
James outside. That one no good. Excellent D there from Hauser. Outside Tatum. This one for three. It's Hayes with the rebound. Lakers trail by 18. Here's James. And he makes it on the layup.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Tatum passes to White. Sinks the tray. White's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Now James. To the inside. Here's Doncic. LaRavia outside. Three-pointer off the mark. Boston leading by 19. Here's Walsh. Tatum passes to Hauser. And the bucket is good. Hauser's got his first points of the night. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Doncic passes to LaRavia. Back to Doncic. Hayes with a screen on White. From deep, here's Doncic. Queta pulls it in.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Tatum, good. Tatum's got 36 points.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
James outside. They need this. Rebound Boston. And here's White. And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are two major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Some changes for Los Angeles. Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for LaRavia. And Smart subbed in for Connect. Boston also changing it up. Vucevic, he's checked in for Queta. Jaylen Brown comes in for Tatum. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Derek White. Brown with it. Pass to Walsh. And here's Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. The Lakers with a rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
And he lobs it up to the rim. No luck on that one.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Vucevic, the pass to Pritchard. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Grant?
Well, you know, B.A., winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days. And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Outside, Brown. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Here's James. Down low. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Ayton against Vucevic. Smart for three. It's rebounded by Walsh. Celtics lead by 23. Now here's Brown.
Pick coming. Screen.
And Brown with the stuff.
We've come to expect plays like that from Brown. He won't waste any opportunity to throw it down.
Now Smart. To the inside. Out to James. Launches a three. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, hard to say too much about the craftiness of Vucevic's game. I mean, oftentimes, because he's so clever and so good at drawing fouls, he just toys with defenders.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
You know, very quietly, Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers consistently. A nightly double-double threat who, you know, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
The shot by James, no good. The Celtics have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Gonzalez. Picked by Vucevic. Let's go with a 3. And Gonzalez gets it to go.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
James, right side. From deep, here's Doncic. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 6 assists here tonight. Here's Gonzalez, guarded by Doncic. Well, you ask the older generation about load management, they'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
Watch out now when Doncic is dialed in from deep because he's unguardable.
Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Walsh. There's 1:54 left to play in the 4th. And here's Vucevic. He's covered by Ayton. Rebound, the Lakers. Doncic outside. Here's Ayton. Back to James. Fires from the corner. Minot pulls it in. Boston leading by 23.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jason Tatum.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
Vucevic's shot is off. And here are the Lakers. Good momentum, 8 straight points. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Tries to break his ice. Kicks it out to Smart. And he nails it. Here's Gonzalez. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
Thank you. I'm here with Jason Tatum. And Jason, congratulations on the win. What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness. And, you know, we figuring it out. It's early, but we taking it game by game, quarter by quarter. And everybody contributing. So, you know, I like it.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look